What's up, everybody? What's going on? At the airport, waiting to hop on this flight to hair show tomorrow. Let's see, let's go live with Auntie Hair Coach podcast. What's up, Super Sam? Long time, man. How you been?
Yo, hey, how are
What's up?
you?
What's up? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm probably much more well rested than you. How you feeling?
I'm doing well. Just finished up at the shop. Went
Yeah,
to the airport. Getting ready to head to the
yes,
North Carolina hair show tomorrow.
yes. Which show is it?
It's Major League Barbers North Carolina Raleigh trade show.
Okay, okay. The barbers. All right, all right. Okay, so just real quick before we get started, because you're gonna send it to me later, but I gotta say it real quick. This is I'm Auntie Hair Coach, and this is therapy sessions. And I know I've been a bug, but I really wanted to touch base with you. We were connected this summer. You came into the class at the salon that I work at, and I just wanted to touch base with you. So thank you for giving me a couple minutes of your time. I know you're busy.
For sure, for sure. We've been trying to get it in. I
Yeah,
know I had to
yeah,
cancel on you last time, but
yes.
so, you know,
But I mean, obviously, when somebody calls me and says, I can't talk to you tonight because I got to be on Jimmy Fallon, I mean, what do you say? What am I going to say to that? Right? Okay. So, real quick, because like I said, I know you don't have a lot of time. Um, I wanted to take my listeners kind of on a quick little journey. So, you are not from ATL, I just found out a little bit ago. So, where are you actually from?
I grew up in Maryland and I moved to Atlanta 12 years ago
12
when I
years.
was
How old are
when I
you?
was 33
Okay.
when I was
So,
21.
you were a baby, yeah. Did you move here with your family, or what made you move? What made you move
No,
here?
it was a solo mission. It was me and my ex. We moved down here together to
Okay,
change the environment,
change of
people,
scenery.
places, things.
Yeah,
Through the you know
understood.
that's
Yeah.
another story.
So were you already licensed as a barber when you got here?
Yeah. So I got my license in Maryland. I started
Okay,
I
so
started in the barbershop when I was 16. Uh, I was an apprentice barber, and I got my full barber license when I was 18.
okay.
Then
So did you go actually to a barber school, or did you get licensed through an apprenticeship?
I got licensed through an apprenticeship.
Okay, that's interesting. I didn't even know that was a thing until I moved to Atlanta. I didn't even know that was a thing. That you could get a license through an apprenticeship. So, okay, so you moved to ATL from Maryland. What part of Maryland?
PG County,
Okay, all right.
College Park, particularly.
Okay, okay. I just talked to someone. He is a cosmetologist, but he was from Bmore just last week. My last guest
Oh,
last week was from Bmore. So,
yeah,
okay,
that's pretty much where my family is at now. They're in Baltimore. My brother,
okay,
um, and yeah, but I was pretty much between DC and Baltimore growing up.
okay. Of course, yeah. Um, Also, everybody, while you're in here, if you have questions for Yusuf the Barber, now is the time to ask because he's on a really short time schedule. So put your questions in now and we will get to them here shortly. So you moved from DC, Maryland to Atlanta when you're 21 with your now ex. How do you get from a relatively newly licensed barber, because at that point you got what, 3 years in the game? Yeah. So how do you get there to owning two salons?
Really
And then,
five, because I started when I was 16 as an
okay,
apprentice barber. So I
Right
had my
on.
apprentice barber license, and then had my barber license when I was 18. The
Yeah.
full license.
So 5 years
Yeah, in the
ish,
barber shop. Yeah.
ish. Okay. So how do you get from being 16 in the barbershop to now you're 21, you're in Atlanta, and then you're 33 when I meet you, and you're teaching, you're an educator now. How do we get there?
Well, I mean, as you can see, as you laid the timeline down, you see it didn't happen overnight. You know, this year made 10 years for my first barbershop, Diamond Cuts, and
Okay.
5 years for my second shop. Um, and before then, like you said, I was a barber for 5 years in Maryland, and it didn't seem something that was reachable to me at the time to have my own barbershop. So
Mm.
definitely Atlanta, has a lot of opportunity, and I've always been a hustler, so just applied myself to my craft and continued to do so till I got to where I'm at today and can say everything I have today is from what I made behind the chair
Yeah.
and selling products. So the main thing to me that I see that separates me from other people that I grew up with was my determination and ambition. I always hustled like I was broke. Like every day I started with zero, you know.
Well,
And I had those days. I had those days where I was sitting on a donut, didn't make anything. But that's when it opens your mind to find other avenues to like how else can I bring people to my chair, right?
yeah.
Because I couldn't be a door barber, a barber that just sits and waits on the door and complains when it's slow, you know.
Yeah.
Um, I feel like a good barbershop should give you at least 30% of your clientele, and you're responsible for the other 70. So I had days where I couldn't. Hold on, let me just walk up through this line. But I had days where I had days where what was I saying?
Sometimes you're sitting on a donut and you gotta make it do what it do to get people in
Yeah.
the
So I
door.
had days where I packed my clippers up and went to like the flea market and hollered at
Mm.
other business um, owners in the flea market and asked them, do they
Mm-hmm.
need a haircut? I couldn't
Mm-hmm.
just sit still. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I have
Mm-hmm.
ADD or something, but I could never just sit still and not be
Yeah, no, that
doing.
makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. So, so going into flea markets and asking business owners, can you cut their hair? Is there other, like, maybe things that we would consider to be like out of the ordinary, or you know what I'm saying, like marketing things besides just, we went to a restaurant, we handed out our business card, whatever.
So, I always had business cards. I even had a pair of clippers, the G-Wiz battery joints, and
Mm-hmm.
they came on like a keychain, and I would
Mm-hmm.
wear it around my neck, and that was also advertisement. As you can see right now, to this day, I got the barber pole
Mm-hmm.
right
Mm-hmm.
now, but before I had the actual. I also had what's it called? The clippers. So I've
Yeah.
done people's lineups in Walmart parking lots before. Like, yo, you a barber? Like, those work? I was like, yeah, let me show you. And then we put lineups
Sure
in the
do.
Walmart parking lot.
Sure do. Yeah. 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 So tell me about how you came up with. So what came first, the Oneplug Multiclipper Charger or the curl sponge?
Curl sponge. Oneplug Multiclipper Charger is relatively new, and
Okay.
that we when curl sponge came out, there wasn't cordless clippers like that, but now we got all these cordless clippers. And for me, working between two shops, going back and forth, doing house calls, going to a house call thinking I just got one cut, and then it ends up being like three more people, but I knew I had enough juice in my clippers for one more cut, you know?
Yeah.
So it was
Yeah.
just like a problem that I faced continuously and had to create a solution for it. So,
Nice.
I put the idea on the paper and got with the right people to make it come to life. You need people that specialize in whatever it is you're trying to do. So, like an electric engineer per se, that could
Yeah.
draw out all the circuit cords and amps and milliamps and all that good stuff.
Did you have
For
to get in touch with an electrical engineer or do you have that background already?
say that one more time.
Did you have to contact an electrical engineer or do you have that background already?
Hold on. I just got. All right. All right. I can hear you now. Go ahead.
This is rock star living right here. I, I said, did you have to contact an electrical engineer or do you have that
Yeah,
background?
for sure. No, I had to.
Okay,
I had to contact one. I had to find one, and
okay.
I found one. I found one on Fiverr. Fiverr is
I
a really
love
good tool to
fiber.
use if as a business owner, you're trying to get graphics, you're trying to get logos.
I love fiber.
They
It's so
made your
good.
logo. They made your logo.
That wasn't fiber. That was actually somebody random. That wasn't fiber, but I didn't use fiber for so much. Like anything. Like right now, I'm actually working on kind of a comic strip that's based on the beauty industry, and I'm working with somebody on Fiverr. It's where super ridiculously talented people on there. So, did you patent your idea? I'm just curious.
Well, I did for the curl sponge,
Okay.
and
I went out and bought a sponge, but curl sponge immediately. By the way, after you did that
thank
class, I know
you.
how, and all my clients
I
love it. They
appreciate
love
you. I
it. They
appreciate
love
you.
it. Yep. So you did for the curl sponge, but not for the multi charger.
So the one plug, I just did a basic one.
Mm-hmm.
Where you send it to yourself in the mail.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
You
We
know what
call
I
it the
mean?
poor man's patents. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. Okay. And if anyone have any questions, now's the time. You see he's on the plane, y'all now. Okay, so real quick, tell me about, I'm really curious about this. Tell me about the first time, because when I started, I've been doing hair now for 26 years. So Instagram was not even a thing when I started doing hair, and now it's a thing. Tell me about the first time that you went viral on Instagram. What did that look like? What did that feel like? How did that, what was
So
it?
so really, I was a barber before Instagram. You know what I mean?
Right,
I was a barber before it was cool. Like that was my craft. Like that's what I
right,
really invested and wanted to be good at.
right.
What I was good at. And
hmm
so pre Instagram, right? We had what Facebook, and before Facebook we had MySpace. Like I was in all of that.
hmm
So
hmm
before Instagram, there was YouTube, right? And if you went viral on the internet back then, it was typically on YouTube.
hmm
So
hmm
it's two brothers. They're both on Wild 'N Out now, Philip and Emmanuel Hudson, and
Oh yeah, I
they
love them.
went to school up the street from the barbershop I worked at. So
Okay.
I got them through a referral of a friend that I was
Okay.
studying that also lived in the area of the barbershop, so that was local, you know. So that
Okay.
was all about being in the right place. So
Okay.
when I went there, I so when I cut them, you know, that's when Instagram just started coming around, and you know,
Hmm.
they were already funny. They had, you know, the viral
They're hilarious.
funny videos on YouTube going
Yeah,
crazy,
yeah,
21
yeah,
questions, Shiraja, you know. So
yes.
that's, you know, the era I met them in. And now we're
Okay.
on Instagram. We're making videos on Instagram, funny videos posting on Instagram, and that's really what kind of kicked off, you know,
Okay.
my Instagram page. So I gotta give credit to the Hudson brothers, and even
Nice.
even Chance the Rapper. I got him through him seeing a post on Emmanuel Hudson page of a video me and him did. So
Okay.
when he was in Atlanta, he sent me a message on IG like, can I get a cut?
Wait, let me get in there. I need just a quick chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope.
So it
That's
was
super dope.
it's a funny story actually because um, when he first sent me a DM, right, and
Hmm.
asked, you know, am I available for a haircut? My initial response was, you know, you could click the link in my bio and book an appointment.
Yes,
Because
boundaries,
a
boy.
lot of people had that album cover in their profile, and I ain't really looked through it. It was quick.
Yeah.
So I first contact Chance the Rapper. I'm telling him go
Hey,
book no
it be like that.
appointment.
It be like that. Hey.
So he hit me back. He hit me back and was like, "Yo, I went to the Curl Sponge website. I don't really, you know, can my assistant hit up your assistant and we work it out?" So when he said that, that's when I went to the page and I'm like, "Oh, snap! This the real
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Chance
Yeah.
the Rapper." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just, you know, I dropped my number and just, you know, played it cool like I do with everybody. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? All that hype, groupie stuff, taking a million
Yeah. Yeah.
pictures. I got clients. I've been cutting for 7 years and have taken maybe one picture and
Yeah.
never took another picture again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's weird. Like I didn't
Other,
come here to get my picture taken. I just need a lineup.
yeah.
It's weird. Yeah. No, I get it. I get it.
So it's just like they want to feel just as important as
Hmm.
your clients that come to you in the chair. They want
Of
to feel
course.
important. You know,
Yeah.
you're giving them the
Good
confidence.
evening, friends.
You know,
Welcome aboard.
and
Yeah.
same
As you're
thing.
making
You
yourself
know,
comfortable in your
you're
seat
giving
this
people
evening, go
confidence
ahead
with
and
their
stow
work.
your smaller items
And
underneath the seat in front of you. Your larger item
I
can
feel
go in the
like
overhead bin.
when you're
If you have a rollerboard bag, please slide
in
that
their
in wheels
personal
or handles
space, you want
first
to give
and
a level of
do not tilt it up
normality.
on
You
its
know what I mean?
side.
Just be
Right.
Again, if
cool,
you have a
like
rollerboard
just like
bag,
a regular person.
please do
Yeah.
not tilt it onto its side.
Yeah. It would be
Like
weird.
you
It
do
would be
in a
like I said. It
similar
would be
aircraft
weird.
with
Like I'm
passengers.
here to get my hair done,
Then
or
won't close if
my
you do
nails
so. So if
done,
you
or
have a
whatever.
rollerboard bag,
Like some
please do
regular
slide it
person
in
shit that
wheels or
everybody
handles first,
does. Excuse
and
my
then once
language.
it's set, put that bin on the floor so you can take
Yeah.
your
You don't
seat.
want people to be weird.
If you
So
cannot
I
find
know
a
we're
space
getting ready to
for
hit
your
you
bag,
off your
please let us
phone in a
know so we
minute.
can
So
help you check
before
your seat
you get
entitlements.
off the line, if
If you
you
find
could go
yourself in
back
an
and
empty
talk
row
to
seat tonight, please review
16-year-old
the
Youssef,
exit responsibilities on the safety
you know,
information
before
card on the
you
wall in
move
front of you.
to ATL,
And if you decide
what
you no longer want to
advice
sit
would
there,
you
please
give
let
to
one of us
yourself
know so we can
as
help
fresh
you
into the barber
transition to
industry?
someone.
If you
Thank you
could
so
give
much
yourself
once again.
advice to
Welcome
lead you up
aboard.
to today, what would you tell young Youssef?
What would I tell young Youssef if I had to give him advice? Was to be focused on just the craft and the beginning. You know what I mean? But
Mm-hmm.
I'm grateful for if I was, maybe I wouldn't be in Atlanta. So there's everything that happened just the way it was supposed to. So
Mm-hmm.
that's a question that, you know, I would say I can't really change anything, but the
Mm-hmm.
advice that I would give other barbers coming in the industry would be
Mm-hmm.
to be consistent, right? Be punctual, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and
Mm-hmm.
customer service on 10.
Absolutely.
It only takes a second to put your customer service to another level, and they actually even have an acronym SEC. You know, SEC, SEC, smile, eye contact, compliment. It only takes a second. You know what I mean?
I've never heard that before. I've
I'm
never heard. I
telling you.
like that.
I'm telling you, it's a
I like
game
that.
changer.
Customer service is my specialty. So
Yo,
I feel you. And
it's a
actually, I
game
was just
changer.
on your team Diamond Cuts, and the very first post, I forget the barber's name, forgive me, but he talked about the consultation, which is so huge, such a big part of customer service.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely. I've in the past I've had little PowerPoints on customer service, different stuff. You know, I've watched and seen on YouTube, and that was one that forever stood out with me. Like, you can ask my barbers that been in the meeting with me if we talked about customer service. That was like the topic: smile,
Absolutely.
eye contact, compliment. Like, you look at somebody, smile. Just the smile is contagious. You know what I mean? It says
Hmm.
smile for charity.
I love that. I love that. Okay,
Hmm.
I'm gonna let you get off the phone because I don't want them, getting on you because you. I don't want them getting on you because you ain't turned your phone in airplane mode. I appreciate you taking the
Hey
time out
man,
to speak with
we
me.
got represent for some, but the only one in first class.
Boy,
You know what I
hey,
mean? The only minority in first class right now. We
I
got
love it. I love it.
represent.
I love it. I love it. All right. Thank you so much for
Alright,
taking
for
time
sure.
out for me, Youssef. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Keep grinding. I'll see you soon.
Yep.
All right,
Oh,
peace.
hold on. Let me scroll through the comments, make sure I ain't missing nothing.
They ain't talking about nothing in the
Yo,
comments.
Junior, nah, I see my man Junior in here. He say North Carolina, huh? You gonna
Oh,
come
my
through?
bad.
You gonna come through,
What
Junior?
up, Junior?
Yeah, my boy Junior in the group chat. Let's
You see
see.
people jumped in and got to
Oh,
arguing.
Tennessee Trade Show in the barber chat. You know what I mean? They
Planet of the Universe.
mm-hmm. Yeah, they in here. But yeah, we
Terry
could
D.
look. There's some racist stuff in there about this
Always.
person.
Always. They, they mad. Stay
Why?
mad. They're probably
Okay.
sitting in
Oh
their
look.
mama
It's the
basement right
same
now.
thing.
Huh?
Oh wow. It's a long. All right. I should have looked at through these comments earlier.
They
All right,
clowning.
yo. You be
They
blessed,
clowning.
everyone. What's
Thank
up,
you so much.
Chris Sims? Peace. All right.
Peace.